Check for me, less you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Treasure Street. So many hoes had to get a vasectomy. She left her body home and brought her neck to me. I did a walk through, they sent a jet to me. Y'all niggas show price less than my travel fee. One of my arms worth a ticket. Watch so much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to rob with no mask on. Shit on my wrist, I would've killed the whole house for. And I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was with the OGs, learning about the glass, bro. Caught me with the dudes, five, mama keep my ass, bro. Break yourself, leave his brains on the dashboard. I'm with Sid and Lil Baby, yeah. We got 4 choppers that's full. Way before rapping, on God, I was trapping. Sneaking my Glock and liqueur, on God. I got my cake from Osama bin Laden, little nigga, he signed this shit. Straight up. I'm 4L gang, if you reach for my chain, then a nigga gon' die in this bitch. A, B, C, D, E, F, G wagon, y'all nigga doing that big capping. I ain't with the friendly shit, close thing, y'all getting to a handshake is the beat clapping. Yo, mama gon' have to make a GoFundMe, y'all niggas keep doing that sneak jabbing. Gucci had to kill the whole woods just to make Young Savage this motherfucking meat jacket.
BBS look like a star. I to the top of the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy. Cash in and cash out. Cash in and cash out. I am not looking for clout. No. I knew I would figure it out. I knew. I took the millionaire route. Run it up. Pop the pig, got my head in the cloud. Say my name ready to bring out the crowd. We got paid, now my family proud. On God, I've been dripping and dressed as a child. I hit your bitch, she'll jump out. Cartier Bergy for her, they don't come out. They get the sweat from Atlanta and run out. I make the best when they stick like a tongue out. Running this shit, what the fuck is they talking about? Skinny jeans stole with them 100, they poke out. It's 6'5", I'm in the robot. I'm a real one, I ain't running from nobody. Hellcat fast, you know that I show out. Ain't sparing no bitch, give a fuck about a blowout. If we wanna smoke with you, boy, you can go out. Still getting money, my label don't know about. Court side with a vibe with the toes out. Rich nigga, I come straight out the poorhouse. Trap going crazy right up by Mohawk. Dead in me, sitting in Mohawk. Bought a bin, double back, bought a trap house. I'm with Savage in the city doing donuts. Youngins with me, they got 5, they gon' go nuts. $250,000 in a baby blue Goyard. Buy cash, then I go on the motor. Drive fast, ain't no pulling me over. Play with bags, you can tell by the odor. No alcohol, go get me a new soda. BBS look like a star. I to the top of the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy. Yeah, nigga tryna drill like a boy. Yeah, don't gotta get no award. Yeah, live in the bank, gon' do fraud. Yeah, 200 racks on my arm. Yeah, I been fucking superstar. Yeah, her pussy good by a car. Yeah, you niggas ain't making no noise.
Today, we're going to talk about the Nationals for an hour and a half. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sands and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Which the Cubs are a team where if you give them like a single-pronged approach, simple approach at the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mick Abel is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. New chrome, yeah, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just wanted something.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 727. Peace. As always, hold the fry, joined by our 2 hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. If you are going to the ballpark this summer, if you're going to a PLL game this summer, shit, you're going to a WNBA game this summer, get your tickets on SeatGeek. Use promo code BookitwithTrent and get a 10% discount on your ticket purchase over there on the best ticket purchasing app out there by far, SeatGeek. Go check it out. Jovan? Happy Monday, my man. I hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it's a long weekend. Seemed,
Yep.
I don't know, longer than usual. It's nice.
Sure. Yeah, it was good. Good holiday weekend. I spent some time up in Ocean City, New Jersey. Like I talked about last week, did not run into Mikey Overs. Did not run into Mr. Overs up there, but he was in a different part of town. I did run into him a couple years ago up there around this time, which was actually hilarious and a crazy coincidence. But no Mikey Overs. Up there, unfortunately. I was hoping to run into him, but different part of Jersey. We've already got a hype train moving and grooving right now. Jesus.
Wow.
Pre-show hype train, Jovan. Those don't grow on trees.
They don't.
Those do not grow on trees. Let me gas up some goats here real quick. We got a hype train. Young burner season coming in. Classes in session. Looking forward to the Professor Krabs today. Yep, young burner season. You're him. We got Godsynth coming in hot. Goats always. Hashtag gratitude. Godsynth, shout out your Red Sox. We'll talk about them and why I'm thanking them in a moment. We got Took It With Brent coming in. Oi, hype me up, man. Took It With Brent. He must have missed BTL because he's coming in here splooging for a 15-month sub bang. Jovan, but wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. ZDZ bets. You're fucking him. 39 months. Okay, I can't even keep up with all these subbies. And by the way, my brain still feels like it has about one brain cell left from the weekend. So still rebooting over here. Still feeling a little bit slow, but I want to shout out you goats. C. Gramp coming in hot. Got my popcorn ready for steamed crabs. C. Gramp, you are him. Yeah, hope you got some nice warm popcorn. You're going to need it. You're going to need a nice little snack because this one might take a while. This one might take a while. D. Hollins, Easy Puck coming in a couple minutes ago before BTL even started with some resubs. You guys are goated. Clap it up for the guys. Come on. We got Bookie Robber coming in, giving a 5-unit sub whale. Bookie Robber.
Fucking
You're him. Him. Come on.
goated.
Let's go, Bookie Robber. Sure. We got a hype train moving and grooving. Level 3 complete. We're on a level 4. We got Nuke A5U. Nuke A5U coming in resubbing as well for 2 months. Yo.
Might be a sign.
Sure we can. Sure we can. Nuke A5U.
Could
Okay.
be so much of a sign.
Brain starting to work here. Brain starting to work here.
Wait,
Nuke
good
A5U.
planting seed.
D-backs over. Is that what he just said?
That is what he said.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear him.
You guys can't hear Gates, and it's just me saying what Gates is saying. That's okay. We got I Solitude coming in with a resub as well. Sure we can. Let's get Goots up here. Goots, get the hell up here, man. Get up here, Goots. At least get your mic up here. What's up, Beast?
What's up? How we doing, chat? Happy Monday.
You have a good weekend?
An outstanding weekend. Yes. Happy 4th, everyone.
Jack, Goots pulled a crazy move this weekend. I got a text from Goots. It's a picture of my favorite wing spot. He goes, can you guess where these wings are from? I said, yeah, no shit, I can guess. That's my spot. Goots was in there.
Yeah. I was
At a
boots on
Waffles.
ground in there.
Top 3 wing spot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, Goots. Can I get a scale out of 1 to 10? How were they?
They're great. I mean, best wings I've had in a while, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd give them a 8.7 out of 10. There we go. Pretty good
Take
score.
that.
We take that. I like
Sounds good on the Goots ranking.
most
Yep.
most Old Bay wings out there are just dry rubs, but he throws the
Yeah.
butter on there, so it's a little more,
You can tell.
moist. It's good.
You can tell. They're still crispy, but
They're
yeah,
good.
there's probably a whole stick of butter in there,
Oh yeah.
per dozen wings.
Yep.
Definitely not going there for a healthy snack.
No, absolutely not. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
B. Joe Higgy coming in, resubbing O's back? Question mark. Goots. Are the O's back?
7.5 games out of a playoff spot. No
Wow.
one said there wasn't a chance.
Get the calculators out, folks. Goots is crunching numbers over there.
No one said there wasn't a chance.
He's already
A lot of
crunching.
season left.
I told
Told you
Goots,
not.
I said, I don't want to hear any bitching until post All-Star break about the O's. I don't care if they lose every game.
Well,
The
yeah,
rest of the
we got
first
the
half here.
Mets and the Rays, I think, right, Jovan, right before the All-Star break. So
Ooh.
We play again.
we do. I don't
guys
know.
are playing every
I don't know
week?
if it's the first series after the All-Star break or the first
Okay.
one before it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the one before it.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
we
it
got,
is.
we got the Mets coming up, and then it's the Marlins. My bad. And then after the All-Star break, we play the Rays again.
You get to see All-Star Bookie Stowers in his house.
Yep.
Huh?
In his house.
Wow.
I'll be boots on ground with a Rav on Saturday for that game.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stowers home run is auto.
Auto.
in that game.
Sure we can.
And
I mean,
might
you know
be,
he's hitting a nuke
sprucing
against his old
for it.
team.
Well, he's hitting, but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a couple YouTube chatters up and moving. Cannot let them off to the side. Got to gas them up here a little bit. We got Joey Defo coming in. Nationals for an hour and a half. Let's fucking go. Hashtag Natitudes. Now you guys are lucky. I'll cut it down to only 45 minutes today. Dayton Holzer coming in as well. Sup Krabs. What's up, Dayton? Good to see you. We got Red Hat Mafia coming in hot. Did I miss Steam Krabs? Not yet. We got a couple things to attend to here. Where's Dave Martinez's burner on a day like today from Curry of Pounds? He's probably in hiding. He might have to go change that name. Michael Showers, lurking in the YouTube chat as well. W's. We got Mares 6 coming in, resubbing on the Twitch as well, Jovan. B. Joe Higgy coming in. We got Chaco coming in, chirping Goots. For 36 months, resubbing with Prime. Guys, remember, you get a free Prime sub per month. Utilize that puppy. Utilize that shit. Goots Saul for not going to Fishtails. Goots, any comments? Any comments or thoughts?
Well, my
Jocko's
comment
best.
is to you, Krabs, for thinking that was coconuts. That was actually
Well,
terrible. But
remember, I'm more of a Delaware Beach guy.
yeah,
I'll
I
be
get it.
honest.
I get it.
I am.
But yeah,
I
Fiftail's
am.
good spot. Wish I was there, Chaco, but couldn't be,
Sure.
unfortunately.
It's pretty soft.
I Solitude coming in resubbing. Sure, we can. I think I already gassed you up, but that's okay. You guys are
Krabs, you see
fucking
this?
goated.
You see this chat that I'm totally not making up, asking when is Krabs going to take the Buffs to the Natty finally?
Okay, is that actually real, or are you making that up on the spot?
Won't confirm or deny.
Okay. Yeah, I will burn another $60 and I'll buy the stupid game and I'll fucking run it back. Do I have to buy the $100 version right now, or can I wait? Can I wait
Well, I
till
mean,
next
not
week?
unless you're going to play it tonight, because
I feel like I can wait it out.
yeah,
Hmm?
we'll be playing it
Okay.
tonight.
Okay. You gonna fire up a stream?
Yeah, believe so.
Wow. In person or virtual?
I don't know.
TBD.
Yeah,
TBD. Well, that might change things. Will you keep me updated about that?
sure.
Let me know. We got Canadian Goots coming in hot. Need a college football stream tonight. Okay, Canadian Goots. Good to see you, Larkin, as well. Hype train still moving and grooving, level 5. Not enough people talking about it. We have a hype train moving, and it is currently grooving. Level 5. Let's see if we can get to level 6. Let's see if we can get to level 6. Krabs' new favorite player, Volpe, for hitting Judge in the face.
Volpe.
Yeah.
Volpe's got to be a Russian spy or something.
Yeah. Volpe also just sucks. Like I'm
Horrible.
sorry. I'm done. I'm done trying to act like his one good defensive play a month is good enough. It's not. His one web gem a month.
The funniest part is
sucks.
that he comes up in every big spot with guys on base somehow.
I know it's again,
hilarious.
a team like the Yankees, the way they operate, I'm a big believer in you got to put yourself in good spots to get good luck, right? Look, sometimes you can get lucky and you can win the lottery or whatever. But the more good spots you put yourself in, the harder you work, the more good luck you're typically going to get, right? You think the Yankees deserve some good luck? No. No. And it's honestly kind of a slap in the face seeing Volpe up there with guys on base needing a run more often than not. And then we don't even need to talk about Aaron Judge in big spots because he never comes through. It's just when they're up 6-0 already.
Me and Josh, you were talking about this earlier. It could be a fun little bit, but first team all banana. First team all players that belong on Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Volpe
That would be a great swipe graphic.
1-1 pick.
1-1.
I saw the edit on the feed. That was not, we can't take credit for that one. Or at least I saw it. I don't know if you guys did, but I saw it.
There'll be a first team all banana coming out soon.
Sure. I like that idea, Goots. Hype train complete. Hype train success. You guys are goated. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we cannot let that slide. So I would love to see that picture as well. Feel free to flash it of Volpe in a Savannah Bananas uniform that I saw over the weekend on the feed.
Gunner pick number 2 from Big Rob.
Yep. Hey, Krabs, how do you feel about the Nats firing their coaching staff? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it here in a second. Let's get the recaps up and moving. But first, I guess while we do, or before we do, Jovan, I don't want to just make it all about Goots here, talking about his weekend. So you got to go to your favorite restaurant, Nick and Sam's. You had a pretty good meal as well. What'd you get?
I mean,
what'd you get?
I think I got Krabs.
Did you get the lobster?
Of course I did.
The buff chick lobster, or the buffalo lobster? Buffalo
chicken incredible. Lobster. Just goated.
I mean,
there's not many things like it.
I cannot legally support lobster as a Krabs guy, right? But if there's one time I'd cheat, if there's one time I'd try the lobster, it'd be that buffalo lobster because that looks unbelievable.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be
unbelievable
when you're down here at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Chat, tell me one cool thing you guys did this weekend or for the 4th of July on Thursday nights, before it, Friday nights, over the weekends. And again, if it's just drinking beers with your friends or having a beer with the fam or cooking up on the grill, it doesn't have to be, flying across the country. Let me know one cool thing you guys did this weekend. I want to see what you guys did in the chat. One cool thing. Tell me. I want to read some of these. Secrets on the 4th. Chalk out. You might take the cake. That might be the best. Got hammered and hit a parlay. BA. That sounds like a great weekend. Had 30 pounds of crab legs at the beach house for the 4th. That seems targeted, Godsend. That seems targeted. My boys had no chance. God, that would have been so good having some crabs in the 4th. Jules went to the pool. Sure. Maxed out the book. I fucking bet, Trent. Music festival. Sure, like lightning. Mansion party in Tampa. Okay, Bookie Robber. Again, thank you for those 5 subbies as well. Too many twisted teas from Big Bubs. Kill the Guardians. They're dead now. I love Pink is saying props and chops. Had some beers on the beach. Sure. J2 Tall coming in resubbing. Let's go, J2 Tall.
Gotcha.
Attaboy. We appreciate you, Jay. Thank you guys for all these subbies. Wow, we got Phil Zutley coming in hot. Phil's. Good to see you lurking as well. We'd love your thoughts on our two guys getting snubbed from the All-Star game, Trey Turner and CJ Abrams. We'd love your thoughts. Hampel stole a home run ball of Schwarber from a kid. GG. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hampel's back, by the way, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what he's
big
talking
weekend
about.
for Hampel. A lot of Hampel content on the feed.
That celebration after the home run was just all time. It's almost a shame that the Nats did what they did because they're robbing us of a prime Hampel steamed crabs.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, crazy. I take one weekend off of Twitter, or I honestly didn't because I still went on and reposted a couple PLL things and the squad rides, but I wanted to take a couple days off of Twitter. It was extra toxic. Honestly, felt good. But of course, when that happens, I'm going to miss out on all this good stuff. Dave Martinez gets fired. Fucking Zach Hampel makes his return. Jovan, we haven't seen him all year. And after we chirp him before the fucking weekends, he can't make it up. There's people in wheelchairs saying Zach Hampel broke my legs. Don't know if it's true. I know you saw the video. I had to bring it up. I cannot let that squeak. And I'll tell you right now, it's probably a bit. It's probably not true, but I don't know. Cannot confirm, cannot deny. And if you guys did not see that video on Twitter, I mean, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Unbelievable video. And then, of course, Zach Hampel catches a fucking home run ball as well. Been a while. Cannot make up the timing there, Jovan. Sure. Of course.
Unbelievable.
Also, Joey Chestnut hooking under. Are you kidding me?
It's right out of your playbook.
Are you kidding me? How about that, chat? Joey Chestnut hooking less than. Oh. Swoller Bear said he took his 3 kids to the Mariners game, bought front row seats, spent $1,000 on tickets using the SeatGeek code. Let's fucking go. Look, you might as well use the codes. Get a couple bucks back, get a free beer. His 3-year-old son, absolutely obsessed with baseball, lost his fucking mind. It wouldn't stop crying at the game. It was too much fun for him. But we still had a good time watching Cal Raleigh go yards. Literally too much fun. The kid couldn't handle it. Kid couldn't handle it. He just started crying. If that's the kind of shit you got to deal with as a parent, Swoller Bear, you're a good fucking guy. You're a good fucking guy. Better than me. Incredible. Good for you, though, taking the fam out. W's. Lewis Beach was beautiful crabs. W. Brian C. A lot of good beaches down there in Delaware, bro. All right. Bookie sub bangs as well. Yeah, J2 Tall, Phil Zutley, Bookie Robber again for those 5 units. You are fucking goated. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's recap here briefly. I know it's been a while. Let's recap the squad rides from Thursday, I believe. Shit wager.
Miss.
Shit wager.
Definitely didn't help you out there that Will Warren's arm literally exploded.
Well, yeah.
So that was never really hitting after that, but was miss.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's quail shit.
What are you going to do?
Right? Starting pitcher gets hurt, and their bullpen is absolutely terrible. Imagine thinking that bullpen has a chance to win you games in the playoffs. But we don't even have time for that today. Jesus. Z Brown Lee coming in hot, resubbing. Z Brownlee, you're fucking goated, bro. I appreciate you, beast. Terrible wager. I take full blame. I'm not going to make excuses. I know Will Warren's arm exploded, but still, I should have capped that. I should have accounted for that. So that's on me, guys. We will bounce back today with a W wager. We got plenty of options. And a lot of good plays, and the Nats, luckily, do not play today. 45-minute sell job for 3-3 in the third. Still better than any sell job that Trent gave that day when he had the feet kicked up at the beach.
I was about to say the sell job of, what was it, SEC matchup? That was an all-timer.
SEC matchup.
Yeah, you remember that one?
It was like Kentucky over, and you had the same one, I think.
Yeah, I had the over. He had the under.
He had the under.
He was like
SEC matchup.
SEC matchup.
That's
all I got. Sword over at halftime.
I think I immediately put 2 units on the other side of that bet when he was giving a sell job at that moment. We might have to go back and find that.
Even better, we were going over because there's some sneak coin toss stuff in the works. We were going over some of our worst wagers of last year. Trent was on the coin toss for me, like sitting in for me one time. And his whale of the week was North Texas spread and money line.
Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday.
They're down 52 at halftime.
Trent.
That was bad.
Trent. Who's ready for football, folks? I am. Trent, you ready for football? Holy smokes, man. That was maybe worst wager of decade. Not year.
Decade, dude.
Decade. Landed sides. 2 words. Sides.
Final score of that game, 66-21.
I cannot wait for weekend previews. We might have to get Trent back on there on a couple BTL Fridays just to fade. To be honest, it's free coins. Free coins.
I do like seeing what he comes up with, especially for college when he does it for the couple times. He gets in the weeds a little bit.
Straight fades.
Not all the time.
Let's move. Let's groove. If anybody checked out the PLL All-Star game this weekend as well, I hope you had the West. And I hope you tailed Ron Monks. That's about all I know.
They almost folded.
They almost blew it. They made it a game, though. They made it a game, which I always appreciate and respect in an All-Star game, right? Shout out to PLL. Very excited. We're going to be out there, boots on ground this upcoming weekend in Chicago. Very excited. So get your tickets now, folks. Get them while they're hot before they sell out. We're going to be up there. Any Chicago locals, get your tickets now. Meet up with us. Come up to us. Get a picture with us. Going to be very, very excited to sweat out some PLL action this weekend up in Chicago. Cannot wait, to be honest with you. And link it up with the squad. It's been too long. A couple weeks. Excited to get some good Portillo's content. We got to get back in that puppy and hit the PLL games.
Have to.
Let's check out the Sharp Report recap from last week. What was it? Thursday, right? That was the last BTL. We took off Friday. Rare off day.
We didn't have Friday, right?
Okay. Nats first 5, boots on ground Thursday. That shit was fucking air. I mean, my goodness.
Dude,
they don't have much better work or much worse pitchers than that lefty on the Tigers. Holy shit.
We gave up 5 in the first. I mean, Irvin got mucked in the first, and then it was all
Didn't
Nats
give up
after
the rest of the game. Yeah,
that's unbelievable. And somehow he got
went
through.
He went more than his pitching out.
Crazy.
He had 40 pitches in the first inning, Jordan.
I was about to say, I know he had a bunch, and then they sent him back out there with like 90 through 5 or something too. Unbelievable hard at him.
It was always #Natitudes, I'll be honest, and in the most Krabs fashion. I know you guys are always fucking thinking I'm just making shit sound better than it is. No, this is typically how it goes, where the one play I will vouch for in the squad ride, the one time it actually wins the fucking poll, will lose, and then the other straight bets were free as ma. So the first 5 under 5, wouldn't say it was free as ma, but I mean somehow that shit went less than after a hot start.
Like a lot of those that have been hitting lately have been pretty one-sided.
Yeah, you get a 4-0
like
or
3-0, 4-0, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, one of the Prize Pick Squares hit. I think Irvin. Still unbelievable that shit smacked.
I was shocked.
I know. Good for him locking in. He needed that. My goodness. He's been struggling. But look, we talk about it all the time. Jake Irvin, lights are bright. One of the few guys on the Nats / just in general that play better, perform better when the lights are bright. He's settled in like a fine wine. He aged up there on the mounds and locked in, did not give up a run the rest of the game after a 3 spot in the first. Then the Nats dropped a 5 spot as well. Also, shout out James Wood and Mackenzie Gore for making the All-Star game. It's about the only positive thing coming out of the Nats this season. Crazy timing.
James Wood, will he win the Derby? It's a real question.
Probably. The Nats have great success in the home run derby in recent years. You got Schwarber winning a couple years ago. You got Bryce Harper winning with his pops thrown to him in D.C. That one was actually special. Very, very cool. One of the rare cases where a guy's pops throws to him and does not fuck him over and cost him the home run derby. But shout out Bryce Harper. I still remember him wearing the American flag bandana at Nats Park, winning the home run derby. The Nats might not make the playoffs. They might not win another World Series ever in my lifetime. But if there's one thing I know, it's that they got guys who win the derby. Remember Juan Soto won the derby in a Nats uniform the year he's about to get traded as well. So
we were there.
We were there for that one.
Dodger Stadium while you were staring at all the people in the outfield bitching about how they brought gloves.
Oh, I still look. If there's one time you could bring a glove, I get it. It's probably the home run derby, even just for safety reasons. But
I feel like
it still does not feel right.
The only time you can bring a glove and it shouldn't be ridiculed is if you're literally in the outfield for the derby. I feel like that's just got to be allowed.
I'll let it slide. Or if you have, a son or daughter on your shoulders and you're making a, catch with your eyes closed, your kid has their hands over your eyes, like that one guy, the video that clip that went viral this year. That guy gets a pass as well, rare pass for protection purposes. Okay, but I'm just not a glove guy, man. I was there July 3rd at Nats Park. Haven't been to a game in a while. Just too many gloves. I was sitting on the fucking third base side because they do fireworks every year. Life hack at Nats Park. The perfect date night. You go to the July 3rd game every year, and they do great fireworks afterwards. So we always sit on the third base line so you can see them. Best angle. Just too many gloves. And we're behind the fence. Like, we didn't have a ball in our section hit to us, a foul ball. Like, you don't need a fucking glove. If you're sitting front row in the outfield, okay, you bring a glove. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. You're sitting fucking 20 rows back behind third base. The hell do you need a glove for? You think you're getting a fucking call from the bullpen? No. So dumb. All right, well, we got enough shit to bitch about here with the steam crabs coming up. I cannot waste any more time talking about gloves at the ball game. We do have Nike Man coming in hot, resubbing as well. Boom. 2 words from Nike Man. Boom. Let's fucking go, my man. I appreciate the resub. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, congrats to Dave Martinez on 500 wins. Perfect segue here, Gootsy. Do me a favor, run that shit. I'm trying to get pissed. Well, Jovan, they finally did the damn thing, man. They finally fucking did the damn thing. Can we clap it up for the learners? Can we clap it up for the Nats? Can we clap it up for DC really quick here? They finally fired Dave Martinez, and unfortunately, Mike Rizzo got the hook as well. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Long overdue. Long overdue. I mean, Jovan, look, I'm an against the grain type of guy, right? I'm a contrarian. I'm not I'm not opposed to, going against the grain, maybe having a hot take or being on the other side of something. Back in 2019, I was saying that Dave Martinez was a terrible manager, even when we were about to win the World Series. He would put in the wrong guy. It would work out. We just had luck on our side. There was nothing that they could do to fuck up that team's run. It was meant to be. Team of destiny vibes back in 2019, Jovan. Even Davey Martinez shit managerial moves could not fuck the Nats over that year. It was just meant to be, right? And sometimes in baseball that happens. That's why we love that sport. It's so fucking weird. Terrible manager. Terrible manager. Great guy. Dude will cry in a post-game presser talking about a guy getting hurt or getting sent down to the minors. He cares. Or at least cared. Past tense. I haven't seen him care all year. It was time. And if you read the article, the little fucking blurb that the learners, the owners of the Nats put out, it's pretty clear why they did it, Jovan. New energy, new life is what they're asking for. I mean, certainly, but you could drop the word new. We need energy and we need life. We need somebody who gives a shit. We got the youngest core in baseball besides the Marlins. We got a lot of young talents. How the fuck are they going to relate to 85-year-old Jim Hickey, who can barely walk right now, bless his heart? How are they going to relate to Darnell Coles, 60-year-old fossil who just, qualified for AARP? Perfect timing because we just got the fucking sleeves done with the new sponsorship. Jovan, how are they going to relate to Davey Martinez's old ass? They're not. Let's get some new life in here, some new blood. And Dave Martinez, if you actually watch the Nats, Jovan, it's actually impressive that he made it this far. He is Ron Rivera, but in Major League Baseball form. He is the same. The same. Great guy. Nobody's calling him a bad guy, bad person. Nobody's saying he doesn't care about the people aspect. We know that Ron Rivera cared about the people. Remember the video of Reeves making his first All-Star game, crying, all the players coming in? That clip bought Ron Rivera a whole another 2 seasons. Kind of like Dave Martinez winning the World Series in 2019, but it's even worse, Jovan. It actually bought him 6 seasons. Okay? Mike Rizzo, you can make an argument that maybe he's a good GM. Maybe he's a great trader, right? He is. He's a great trader. But is he a great talent evaluator? Jovan, go back and look at our first-round picks the last 10 years. Besides,
I was about to say, you got the trades that kind of fell into his lap, but he's been a dog meat drafter. Seems.
I'll tip cap, where a cap tip is needed. The guy can make a trade. The guy could get on the phone and bully another GM into making a move. He probably should. He could do that. Certainly. But the guy could not evaluate a fucking draft pick to save his life. Go back and look at the last couple first rounders for the Nats. You could even go back to when the team fucking started, 20, 25 years ago. The only first rounders that we hit on, Bryce Harper, we had the number 1 overall pick. That was a no-brainer pick. Fucking baby can make that pick. Mike Rizzo didn't do shit for that. That was a guaranteed Bryce Harper going number 1. Steven Strasburg, same shit. He was going number 1 overall, generational talent. No work needed, right? Tell the fucking scouts, take the year off. Go take a vacation with the fan because we don't need you right now. Besides those picks, Jovan, it was a missed first-round pick every fucking year. We're taking Jackson Rutledge instead of Gunnar Henderson. We're taking all the wrong guys. None of the first-round picks we've taken have fucking come to fruition. None of them. Waste. And I think the icing on the cake, as crazy as this sounds, Jovan, Shinnosuke, bless his heart. Did anybody get eyeballs on the Shinnosuke show yesterday? Yep. Icing on the fucking cake. Yep.
Tip of the iceberg.
It was. That's what moved the needle. This is how it probably went yesterday, guys. And look, you either know ball or you don't. You're either tapped in or you're not. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry. You're probably not watching enough baseball and just enjoy the bitching. This is how I pictured it going yesterday, right? Thin ice, like Chewy would say on the search stream. Dave Martinez already on thin ice, right? The guy goes up there every fucking postgame, Jovan, and says the same thing. They fought hard. The guys fought. They grinded, right? They fought back. If I had to hear that one more fucking time, I was going to go chop my fucking ears off. Can't hear it again. Because he says it every time and gets away with it. He doesn't actually know what to do or how to fix a team. He just says the same shit every time, trying to motivate the squad. It doesn't work. Doesn't work, Jovan. But here's how it went down yesterday. The learners were fed up with Davey, about to get swept by the fucking Red Sox. They said, you know what? Let's call up the Shinnosuke guy, the first, Japanese player we've signed since 2015. We usually don't tap into that market, but a lot of new teams are, and they're finding success over there, like the Dodgers. Look at what they're doing. Their team's fucking stacked. They got a couple guys from over there. It's working. Well, in perfect Mike Rizzo form, I don't even know if we sent anybody out there to watch this guy pitch because he throws 85 miles an hour. Did anybody know this guy throws 85? His fastball is 85 miles an hour. I was facing guys in my fucking high school league throwing faster than 85 miles an hour. Did we even fucking see this guy pitch before we brought him over here? My goodness, we're paying him millions of dollars, Jovan, and he's getting crushed in the minor leagues. And I'm telling you right now, the learner said, well, I'm calling your bluff, Mike Rizzo. I'm tired of hearing you bullshit me. I'm tired of hearing you guys say everything's going to be okay. Just trust the process. Guys, a rebuild should not take 6 years. That's not a rebuild. That's just a shit team. A rebuild should take 4 years, maybe 5. 6 years, that's just a shit team run by shit guys, making shit calls over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. And the tip of the iceberg, bless his heart, because I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure he's nice. Shinnosuke. Anybody see that guy pitch yesterday? He looked like he couldn't even get through fucking 1 inning in single A. And if you check his stats in the minors this year, Jovan, he can't. I think the owner said, you know what? Let's see what this kid's got. The guy you put all your fucking eggs in his basket saying he's going to change the team, be a future, diamond in the rough for the Nats. Let's see what you got. Let's call your bluff, Mike Rizzo. Let's see how he does out there. Jovan, you had eyeballs on it yesterday. How would you say he looked up there on the bump?
There's not many worse pitchers I think I've seen take a big league mound, Krabs.
The guy looked like he belonged in independent ball. Someone get the Savannah Bananas on the line.
Really bad.
I've never seen a worse pitcher pitch for the Nats, and I have to watch Trevor Williams once a week.
And mind you, Krabs was gassing this guy up before the season, saying he
because I'm listening to fucking Mike Rizzo on 106.7 The Fan, the local radio station, saying, oh, we got a guy. We got a guy. Jovan, the learner said enough is enough. Enough lying through your fucking gap teeth like Aaron Judge. Enough is enough. They called him out. They said, let's get Shinnosuke up here. There's a reason why he went from single A to the majors to be a spot starter. Jovan, it was sabotage. It was sabotage. And you know what? It was kind of fucking genius. They said, let's make these guys look like shit one more time on their way out. As if they haven't done it already enough the last 6 years. Jovan, at some point, you got to look at the results. Being a good person can only take you so far. I hate to say it, as somebody who considers himself a good person, that can only get you so far. Results matter too. Results matter too. And I think they were tired of hearing Mike Rizzo once a week on the fucking local radio station saying, trust the process. We're getting through the rebuilds. We're seeing good things. And every time somebody would chirp him, he'd bring up, 2019, and he'd pretty much say, kiss my ring. Buddy, that was 6 years ago. Nobody gives a shit. Let's talk about 2025 and how bad and how much of a disappointment this team has been. Goots brought it up perfectly before the show today. He goes, I don't know how the fuck that team got 2 All-Stars. I'll tell you how. The Nats have talent. They're fucking wasting it. They should have had 3 All-Star shit. You could even make an argument that Kyle Finnegan, bless his heart. I'm the biggest Kyle Finnegan hater of all time, but he deserves some love and respect. He's fucking good. You could make an argument for him making the All-Star game. We got guys. It's not like we're the fucking White Sox. If you got guys and you can't figure it out, at some point it's not a rebuild. At some point you got to blame the people in charge. And I'm happy to see they ripped the Band-Aid off. Now, Jovan, it's crazy timing. We have the number 1 overall pick coming up here in a week. Number 1. It's a slap in the face to Rizzo. Cutting his ass. I think they're probably thinking your contract's up at the end of the year. Might as well just cut the fucking, rip the Band-Aid off right now. Get him out of here. But it's kind of a slap in the face. Not letting Mike Rizzo finish out the season.
I think it's just logical. Because if you know he's not going to finish out, or like you're not going to extend him, why would you want him to make the draft pick?
Exactly. Because the guy makes a shit draft pick every year.
Yeah.
It's smart. It's smart. I'm hype about it. Now, am I going to miss Mike Rizzo fleecing teams with these midseason trades? Sure. But the peak of my baseball season shouldn't be, what are we going to get out of a return in one of these Mike Rizzo trades? No. That's how you know your team sucks, if that's what you're looking forward to, right? I talk about how the Commanders, my mind was blown this past season because typically by the time the playoffs are coming around, I only care about, who the fuck we're about to draft in the top 10. My brain was in shock last football season. I'm thinking, holy shit, we got extra games. We're still playing. I didn't know what to do. It's the same shit, Jovan. It's the same shit for these guys. And you know what? Let's not let Mike Rizzo fuck up another first-round pick. Check the data. Go back and look at the Carfax. We haven't had any of these first-round picks come to fruition. It's crazy. Now, a couple things I'm still pissed about. Darnell Coles is still employed. Dave Martinez's drinking buddies are still employed. And if I get a fucking notification today that says that Darnell Coles is taking over as the head coach, interim head coach of the Nats, if 85-year-old Jim Hickey, who, by the way, bless his heart, should probably be in a home and not in a fucking mound on the first base side at Nats Park, is the interim head coach, I'm going to lose my shit. God forbid Gerardo Parra and his name gets brought up as some sort of interim manager. I'm going to lose my mind, and that might be worse than even having David Martinez up there. Why have the assistant coaches not gotten canned? Anybody who watches baseball knows that Darnell Coles has the worst game plan for any hitting coach in baseball, and the only reason he had a job the last couple of years is because he's best friends with David Martinez. Our pitching coach, Jim Hickey, can barely walk out to the fucking mound. He's so old. Why are these guys not getting fired? Why are they not out the door with Davey? They deserve just as much blame. I hope there's more changes to come, Jovan. My point is, this is not enough. It's not enough. But now we have no excuses. The players have no excuses. The young core has no excuses. And I mean, look, CJ Abrams and James Wood, they really can't do much more. Jesus Christ. What more could they do? Jovan, they do anything else, they're the best players in baseball. And they're already up there. They can't do much more. It's the other guys who got to step up, but it's no more excuses, right? Changes are being made. I hope they make some more. But Jovan, I cannot kid you. I'm pretty fucking hype. The first move, the new GM, the assistant GM, is now going to get a shot the rest of the year. We'll see what happens. I mean, the first move, genius, right off the rip. Just multiply your Luis Garcias. Genius move.
That's
we
one
now
of the best
have
moves
doubled.
of the season.
That's the smartest bullpen move. We're bringing in guys who were selling software like me 2 years ago, Ludos, who's up there still eating innings. Now we fire Mike Rizzo. We make an actual fucking decent move. We bring in Luis Garcia, the pitcher from the Dodgers, to come in and eat up some innings in the bullpen. That's the kind of guy who was at least a baseball player, right? I'm excited. We multiplied our Luis Garcias. We got 2 of them now. That's going to be really confusing. Jovan, I want to hear your thoughts, man. Do you think this is enough for the Nats? Do you think this is warranted? You've heard me bitching about this team for years. Do you think this is good enough? Do you think this is going to actually change anything?
I mean, it should. It has to at this point because realistically, like, look at all the teams in the NL around them. I mean, look within your own division. Marlins have plenty of like new, exciting young talent, but so do the Nats, and they feel like out of all the teams, like James Wood is one of the best players in baseball right now. So is Mackenzie Gore, especially as a pitcher, and CJ Abrams is right around that conversation. They have a lot of like respectable young guys. The bullpen's dog shit, but it's not like on paper a lineup that should be this bad. So the fact that you haven't been able to build around them for this long, something's got to change. So you might as well not miss the window.
We got Hakeo in the YouTube chat. Can we demod Pega? Dude's weird. Hakeo, change the attitude. Change it. Come on. We're better than that. We're all in this together. Come on. Pega, you're getting chirped in the YouTube. I'll say it. You are. You might need to go over there and check it out. You're getting chirped in the YouTube. Nats are like the Red Sox, all those hitters, but shit pitchers. I know. When you go into a season saying our goal for this year is to play meaningful games in September, and you have Zach Brixey, you got Ryan Ludos coming out of the fucking bullpen. I've never seen worse pitchers in my life. You got Shinosuke Ogasawara, who's about to be on the first fucking flight back to Japan after that pitching performance. Bless his heart. It's not his fault. What do you expect to happen? You expect to pay these guys? Derek Law, we pitched 70 times last year. His arm is about to fall off his body. He can't even pitch this year because he keeps getting hurt again. We're paying him $2.5 million. We got this group of old bullpen guys. It's like Mike Rizzo's buddies who are like his age, thinking that's going to fucking solve shit. Pablo Lopez. We paid him $2 million this year. Dog shit. Gone off the team. Terrible attitude. Terrible pitcher.
Jorge
Lopez. Pablo Lopez is in that fucking video game. Sure he can.
Well,
who's the other fucking bullpen guy? Lucas Sims. We're paying him $2 million this year. We already waived him.
Horse meat. Really bad.
How do you expect, like, how are you putting your job on the line for these guys? Poche, worst lefty I've ever seen.
Poche,
worse than Ferrer.
Poche is just
worse than Ferrer. Oh, Jovan, long overdue. Long overdue. Look, I watch a lot of baseball games. I'm relatively knowledgeable about the sport. I played it my whole fucking life. I watch every Nats game every night. If anybody knows what's good with this team, it's probably me. Long overdue. Dave Martinez is a bad manager. Bad manager. And the only reason he still has a job right now is because he won a World Series 6 years ago. Jovan, I was at the game on Thursday, his last ever win. They were celebrating after the game Dave Martinez's 500th victory. I feel like they just kept him around to give him that out of respect for the guy, right? Keep him around, give him his 500th win, throw him one more party, celebrate, and have him out the fucking door. See you. There you go, see you. I was there. It ruined my night. It ruined the fireworks, honestly. Them all putting Dave Martinez up on the fucking, Jumbotron, gassing him up, 500th career win. How about his 700th career loss? Did we celebrate that? The guy's got 700 L's. Jovan, the team has stunk. They are 325 and 473 with a 400 winning percentage since they won the World Series. Something had to change.
really bad.
Long overdue. Really bad. Really bad. But I'll tell you what's going to piss me off the most. Let's wrap this up. What's going to piss me off the most is if the atrocious hitting and pitching coach do not get let go as well. That's going to piss me off probably the most. Other changes need to be made. They do. This is not good enough. More changes need to be made. There's no more excuses.
Brandon Hyde's available if you want him.
Sure. Here we go. We've got Dave Martinez burner lurking in the chat. About damn time, man. Krabs, get a wheel up or a pull up and moving for my name change. #fuck Davey. Maybe we wait it out and see.
How about Darnell Cole's burner?
I swear to God, if I see Gerardo Parra or Darnell Coles in my dugout for one more week, I'm going to lose it.
I'm hearing some Cairo rumors, Krabs.
Yeah, I'm okay with that for now.
Go
for now.
Old hitting
Yeah,
coach.
he's a good guy. Yeah. Miguel Cairo?
Yeah.
That's the guy who fills in when Davey gets ejected. Right? It's time for some new energy in DC. Right? Too little, too late. I know Davey got thrown out of a game like a week ago. I brought it up on here. I said, it's about time. First time I've seen him out of the dugout the entire season. Too little, too late. Anybody who watched the Nats this year could see that was a shell of Davey Martinez. He could get away with it a couple years ago when he had energy, when he go out there throwing bases, fighting for his guys. But when the entire season this year, we're getting hoed on calls, when Dylan Cruz in one game gets hoed on 3 fucking different at-bats, on terrible strikeout calls, and your manager doesn't go out there and fucking get in the umpire's ear, that shit matters. Players take notice of that shit. Whether you're right or wrong, your job as a coach is to fucking go out there and defend your guys. Fire them up. There was no fire. There was no spark out of the skipper for years. Long overdue. Long overdue. And Mike Rizzo, you can't just bring up 2019 every time somebody asks you a question about the team sucking this year. You can't. You can't. If you do, eventually you're going to get fired. Long overdue. Long overdue. Let's be real. Dave Martinez is only relevant because of Joe Madden's staff for 2016 World Series run. Or maybe his World Series in 2019, Wendy. Take a lap. Take a lap. Maybe he can join the Rockies and win them a natty. That might be the craziest thing I've heard. We get it. You're pissed, bro. Okay, Narcos. We got Cohen's Cake coming in resubbing. Oi. Sure. Well, who's going to make the fucking draft pick coming up here in a week? Let James Wood pick. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Can't be worse. I saw somebody tweet. They said you could pick names out of a hat and find more success than Mike Rizzo did picking first rounders for the Nats. You know how disrespectful that is? It's true.
It's probably true, yeah.
It's true.
If they don't take Holiday or Cade, what are you going to do? If they go out of left field and take like Liam Downward.
I mean, unfortunately, Goots, we're trending in other directions right now. I mean, I hate to say it, but if a new GM comes in, new manager comes in, it's like hitting the reset button on the rebuild. It's almost like they might go with a high school guy because the timing. You might see us trade Mackenzie Gore. You might see Luis Garcia, my guy, get traded this deadline. It sucks. It sucks. But this is what happens when you don't do shit for 6 years. This is what happens. Oh. First time chatter, Jacob Murray, hour of my life I'll never get back. Okay. Okay.
Insane first time chat.
People just love bitching, man. Love bitching. Goots, I hope they pick Cade. Might make too much sense, though. Might make too much sense. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk about some plays for today. Okay, enough yapping about the Nats. And unfortunately, you guys are going to have to bet on the Nats tomorrow because it's a system play. I guess that's the positive.
The positive is that Nats are going to be right top of your sharp report tomorrow.
Go ahead and add the Nats ML to my card for tomorrow, Gootsy. Okay? They're going to be on there. They're going to be on there. All right. Let's keep moving to grooving. Jovan, I got a couple plays today I like. Unfortunately, the first one is fading your squads, the Rays.
Just horrible, horrible wager, Krabs.
Well,
horrible. No, it's probably hitting.
Tigers are catching steam. People forget the Tigers just fucking got swept by the Nats. We're not going to talk, or sorry, not swept, but a series loss to the Nats. Again, that's the shit I'm talking about. You fucking win a series against a good team, the Tigers, and then you lose and get swept by the Red Sox. Like, it's in there. And that's why it's so frustrating, Jovan. They play up and down to their comp. But you got the Tigers coming off of 3 straight wins after that atrocious series in DC. Embarrassing, right? That'll get you fucking up and moving. That'll get you to hit the reset button, look yourself in a mirror and say, all right, we got to step up here, boys. We just lost the series to the fucking Nats. Oh, Tigers ripped off 3 straight wins after that series, Jovan. 3 straight dubs against the Guardians, who we're going to talk about here in a moment. But the Rays on the road, typically not a team that I want to be fading, but Jovan, looking at some of Shane Baz's squares for tonight, I'm not too excited to watch him pitch, or at least I wouldn't be if I was you. Some really weird looking squares up there for Shane Baz, guy who's been pretty solid of late. I think he gets mucked up today a little bit. I think the Tigers stay hot. They win their 4th game in a row here. I know it's Montero on the bump for the Tigers. We'll see how long he's in there for. But seeing the Tigers catch steam against Baz thought was a little bit weird. Seeing Baz is pitching out square on Prize Picks sounded the alarms for me. Super fucking weird. And seeing Montero, down to plus 100 now and catching steam against Shane Baz and the Rays, who are playing pretty decent ball in this economy, that looked off to me. It did. And I'll back Montero and the Tigers at plus chicken against Baz, who's got some sketchy squares up there on Prize Picks.
Yeah, I can respect it. Probably think they're winning. Sliding and don't really have a pen to turn to right now. Plus, Shane is, I don't know, coming off of, I guess, the 2 best starts of his season. He threw like the 8-inning shutout against the Royals, then he's threw 7 at double-digit Ks against the A's. So, I mean, piss-poor matchups. Definitely a lot bigger softballs than they are today. Plus, he's added the cutter, which has been the difference, and now he gets to face a team who can actually hit it. So I'm pretty much with you.
Okay. Well, end the stream and go ahead and take the other side, because Fufe in the chat said Rays win, bro. What the fuck is this? Go ahead and end it. Goots, go ahead and wrap it up. Sound the alarms. Hit the reset button. See you guys tomorrow. Unbelievable. Jovan, how you feel about Tampa? He literally just said that he likes his play.
I think he said that as I was saying it.
Okay.
There's a little delay.
Okay. We got Cashy J coming in, dropping a follow on the Twitch page. Let's fucking go, Cashy J. Sure. Jacob Murray as well, dropping a follow on the Twitch. You guys are goated. All right. Tigers ML. Let's swing it around. I want to see Jovan's first straight bet. Sure.
See who's on the bump today for the D-backs, Krabs?
I did.
That'd be Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
That'd be him. Coming off of which you got involved with. I don't remember if the book wager ended up winning in that game, but I know the Prize Pick square did of his 2.5 earned runs.
He had 10 Ks. I got to win.
Yeah, you got to win. I didn't know remember what you took in the game, but I know he gave up less than 2.5 earned runs, and that square was air that you put in there. So it's one of his few master classes that he's had all season, especially being that I think his 2 starts before that were against some of the worst offenses in baseball too. So he finally threw a good one, and now he gets to face the Padres, which I think are not just like an infinitely tougher matchup, but for Gallen specifically, he's had a tough time this year against pretty much everybody, but especially against the teams that don't strike out. Because I don't know, like if you've watched Gallen pitch, it's weird because like when he faces like higher strikeout teams, he tries to strike them out and to like go super off speed heavy. But when he faces teams that don't strike out all that much, he kind of just gives up. He just throws a lot of fastballs in the middle of the zone. Like if you're going to do that against the Padres, like they're not the offense that scares you the most in the power department because they're super inconsistent there. But at the top of that lineup, you do that, you're going to get hit hard. Even at the bottom of the lineup, like you're going to get hit hard. So like this year, it seems like he doesn't pitch with a brain. It's insanely weird. And I don't know if that's fully on him or on the scouting or whatever there, but I think he's going to have another shit outing. I think it's pretty interesting too. Like we saw, I think it was a higher total. Pretty sure it was a higher total in that last game against the Giants of all teams, where you got a regular 2.5 square, but you got an 8 total in San Diego tonight. You're not even getting a regular square for his 2.5 home runs. It's a goblin. So I think that's pretty telling of what to expect. And then on the other side, I also want to fade old ass Yu Darvish, who's coming off of multiple injuries. He had like an initial stint on the IL to start the season. Then he got hurt, I think 2 times again, which double extended his rehab time. And now he's finally getting back to the field and against another tough lineup that does not strike out all that much. I think this is a recipe for some Turks, whether it has to be one-sided or not from one of these pitchers.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm about to go into battle with these people in the chat chirping my own go well. Oh, I know I fucked up the go well because I put Aaron Judge in their chat. I placed the lineup. I understand. Jovan, I really like this over. I do think the Diamondbacks carry the weight. I think there's a small chance that Gallen might be back. He's going on pods. He's getting his confidence back. He's coming off a really good start. Maybe he found something. Sometimes these guys find something up there, right? There's a chance, less than 50% chance. Okay. But I'll take my chances. We'll swing it around here real quick, dudes. I like the Snakes on the ML. I think they carry the weight for this over. And they're catching a little bit of steam, about 10 cents of steam against Yu Darvish, making his fucking debut this season. Bless his heart. I know he had a tough last year. Some personal stuff going on. So this one's not personal, it's just business. But seeing Arizona catch some steam, I think is a great sign. I always like fading guys coming back from, long breaks or injuries or whatever it is. Usually, the bigger the name, the more I want to fade them. Yu Darvish certainly falls in that bucket. So I like the D-backs ML a little bit better. I certainly respect the over. I like that this total opened up at 8.5. You don't see that very often in San Diego. So that's also a great sign. And I'm not surprised to see the total back down to 8, right? You got 2 big name arms, at least 1.5 big name arms with Yu Darvish and Gallen going tonight. Although the results might not be there of late, especially for Gallen. It makes sense why the total is moving down. And if I check the splits, they're getting 40% of the bets on this under. So it's not like nobody's betting it. People probably thinking Yu Darvish legacy game in a pitcher's park. Could certainly see some runs. And I would not be surprised if this total is back up to 8.5 by the time we get first pitch tonight.
Yeah.
Because the odds are pretty juicy for that over.
Yeah. And your favor too, I guess, for the D-back side. I mean, one of the reasons too I kind of like the over is it's a rare, the D-backs bullpen is bad as is. It's like if we get into a spot where we need that, sure, great. But Padres used their full rollout yesterday. Like Suarez pitched, All-Star Jason Allen pitched, Estrada pitched, Morejon pitched. I don't know how long. I think they said 70 for Darvish. So you're probably going to see Wandy Peralta and Yuki Matsui, which don't think those are the best matchups for both of them against the D-backs, but we'll see. They're not the A guys either.
Yep. Yeah, chat. I saw the Aaron Judge home run yesterday. I really don't want to talk about it. $1,000 to win $20,000. 5-pick power play for the MLB season. Aaron Judge, less than home runs. That shit's cookie. It sucks that it's cookie because they're feeding him fucking juice baseballs. Sucks. But it's not like I didn't know it was happening or know to expect it, right? That's on me. Class A, less than saves, is looking really good. It's looking really good. He blew another save last night. He's just not him.
He did.
He's not him.
Away.
Yep. There's certainly a chance that could still go more than if he gets hot and finishes the season strong, but it's on pace to go less than. That one's looking really sharp. Marcell Ozuna, less than hits, kind of the same boat. Definitely on pace to go less than, but he could have a crazy second half and maybe figure it out. But knock on wood, right now, Marcell Ozuna is struggling immensely at the dish. Also a name that might get traded if the Braves keep struggling because he's on the last year of a contract. So we'll keep monitoring that. Kyle Tucker, I don't know how many steals he has exactly, but he's certainly close.
Green. He has he's 23. Green.
Yeah, that was maybe the greatest square of all time, along with James Woods. More than 19.5 home runs that hit, weeks ago. So sucks. I know what I did. Would I do it again? Yep. And I'll do it again next year. I don't give a shit. I'm putting him in there again next year. I don't care.
Insane.
I don't care.
Insane.
I didn't hear no bell. Someone's got to do it. And if I got to be a generational Yankees and Aaron Judge hater and take one for the team here and cost myself $20,000 every year, I'll do it. I don't care.
Krabs, dude. It's been Judge and Corbin selling your whale.
Well, still getting closer than most.
You are. It's just we're right there.
Right there. Don't care. Locking him in again next year. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Jovan, want to hear another play from you? I've already gone over 2 myself. You want to take us to that Reds team total over?
Can rip this one together because you're on the first 5, and I really didn't have it in me to back Brady Singer, even though this should be the matchup, I guess, for him to do it, especially with the way the Marlins bats have been cooling down significantly as of late. But I'm with you, I guess, as far as the Reds hitting up chance and junk, because we've talked about this time and time again over the last couple starts and hasn't really worked out too well. But now you get to go. He gives up a ridiculous amount of hard contact. I think he's in the lowest lowest soft contact percent of all the qualified starting pitchers at this point, and he's like right on the edge. So he's really, really bad in that area. But now you get to go to Great American and a hitter's ballpark, and this Reds team is super inconsistent, but like they've played much better as of recent. Kind of a stinker of a series in Philly, even though they had their moments at times. But the offense, when it was bad, it was bad. But again, now you're at home in Great American, and Jansen Junk is not only giving up plenty of hard contact, but giving up plenty of hard contact to lefties. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Will Benson. And even like hello, some of the righties, which Noelvi Marte has a crazy square up that I didn't really know if he was going to play because they've been sitting him against righties and it's been CES, but whoever ends up starting there, I think has a great matchup. Even like the Friedels and McLeans of the world, they're going to be great against this type of pitch arsenal. So I think it's all go for them tonight. And God forbid, Jansen Junk's kind of saved them innings wise because he's been solid and giving them depth in his starts. But
he's been good.
If he finally gets hit up and gets hit up early, more innings of the Marlins bullpen, great for me. Great for, I guess, even the first 5. Because if he gets hit up, I don't know if he makes it through 5 either.
I certainly like seeing that 2.5 earned runs allowed square for Junk, who's been pretty solid. I'm not saying he's going to win a Cy Young, but if there was a Cy Young award for pitcher names, he would have my vote.
Up there.
Certainly.
Easy.
I mean, come on. Junk. The kid was born to be a pitcher. Great name. Yeah. All right. Let's swing it around, Goots. I want to talk about the Reds' first 5 angle here.
Yeah, tell me about Singer.
I think Brady Singer can go out there and do job today against the Marlins. I want to sell high on the Marlins right now. I know it's not typically the smartest move, but they're starting to show that they're human. They have lost 3 of their last 5. If they were on a crazy win streak still, would not be sitting up here and fading them, but I like the direction they're going in to fade them right now. And Reds coming off of back-to-back losses as well. I like your team total over play. I do think they score some runs against Junk in this Miami bullpen, which is Junk. But I like the Reds getting it out first 5 a hair better than I like the team total over. Although you can make an argument that this total opening up at 10 is a pretty good sign for some runs, although it is in the Great American Small Park. And these pitchers are not great, at least in the public's perception. Brady Singer, honestly, is probably perceived as a better arm than Junk, but Junk is better right this second. But if you take a peep at Prize Picks, if I had to guess, looking at the squares that are up today, I'd say that Junk does not have his best stuff. He gets mucked up a little bit today. And Singer, this could be the time to buy low on him. Certainly can't get much worse for Brady Singer. I think he goes out there and has a pretty solid start. And if the bats get going for the Reds like you think they do, Jovan, he does not need a perfect game. He just needs to go out there and be solids. Be average, be mid, if you will. And I think he is fully capable of that against this Marlins team. So, I will back Brady Singer and the Reds' first 5ers getting it out real quick. I think they get out to an early lead in this game. Let's just hope they fucking keep it and Brady Singer can be, decent. Not great, but if he's decent, this bet hits.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're also going to let him hang out there for a while too, because he, I believe he was on the mound in that start. That it was the game against Fitz that got like rained out and postponed to the next day, so he only threw like 50 something pitches, and their bullpen's not in the greatest shape after this weekend either. So I have a feeling you might get one of those starts where they're sending him back out there with like 90 pitches to go through 6 or 7 and somewhere in the middle of like however long you need him. So that's the only reason why I was
sketch
a little nervous about taking any of his squares or anything and just wanted to lean into the bats. But I'm kind of with you. I think he pitches okay.
He's got that 2.5 earned run square after getting mucked up in his last 2 starts. He's got a 17.5 pitching outs goblin. That certainly, pairs exactly with what you were just saying, where they might have to put him back out there for the 6th, for better or for worse. Looking at that dog shit bullpen, arms are a little tired, a little taxed. They might have to put him out there, and that scares me a little bit. Brady Singer in the 6th inning. Oh, thank God I'm on the first 5.
Very first thing I went to today is to see if he had a pitches thrown square up, and he didn't.
Interesting.
Probably know that. That's coming.
Okay. All right. Chew, stay hot, my man. Dead Larry Bird likes the over in this game. Yeah, I do too. I just like the Reds' first 5ers a little bit more. Okay. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. I got another straight bet here for the peeps. We got Mark Scar coming in, giving out 5 subbies. Let's go, Mark.
Shout out Marks.
Attaboy, Mark. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Sure he can. Let's fucking go, Mark Scar. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 subbies coming in hot for the peeps. Talk about the opposite of a me guy. Talk about the opposite of Aaron Judge. Mark Scar. Team player.
What is the opposite of a me guy?
Krabs guy.
Krabs guy.
Krabs guy.
Unbelievable.
Mark Scar confirmed Krabs guy. Congratulations, Mark. Let's fucking go, dude. That's the team I want to be on. Might not have the biggest of names, might not have the most clouts, might not be the flashiest, but I'd want to be on that team. They got heart. They got grit. Like Dave Martinez would say, they fight hard. God, thank goodness I don't got to fucking hear that anymore. Losing 12-2 after every post-game presser. Davey, what happened in this game? Oh, well, the guys fought hard. They battled. Did they? They lost 12-3. Did they battle? Did they fight hard? Because I watch every game and they look like they're fucking zombies out there on the field. Like they don't give 2 shits about what happens. Did they fight hard? If they fought hard, you'd have a fucking job, Davey. It's bullshit. It's just people lying and making stuff up and saying the right things and getting away with it for too long. It's bullshit. It really is. Mark Scar, you're him. I appreciate you coming in, dropping 5 subbies. First time chatter. Ian Jack 3. Can you show plays? Well, we got them right up on the screen, my man. There they are.
Right
Fresh
there.
off the presses. Okay. Guardians. Oh,
Streak
I'll
over.
go ahead and get at it. Let me get the bitching out of the way now because I want you to get on a roll here. I want you to sell me. I don't like this play for one reason. Because it's fading a streak.
Yep.
That's it.
Understandably so.
That's all it is. Sell me on it. Convince me. Why do you want to take the Guardians tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, it's not only fading a streak, but it's also fading a team that pulled off the rare feat. I would assume nobody's done this year, but they just went to Dodger Stadium and swept the Dodgers. The Astros did. They're like, I think we're finally, as a collective community here, getting to the point where we're realizing that the Astros are doing Astros things, and we're all starting to get scared. They're leading the division, I believe, by a handful of games now. They've widened the lead, and they look scary in every sort of aspect, and they're not even healthy. So over the weekend, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and they're 100% right. This team is starting to look absolutely scary, and you know what's not scary? Typically, the Guardians at all, but especially against a lefty. The difference is, as much as I've harped on it and I've faded them multiple times, even against like average or subpar lefties, but Colton Gordon lives in the zone. So like a lot of these lefties, frankly, that we're talking about, they faced, like they just faced Skubal, they faced Shota, they faced Matthew Boyd, they faced guys that are not only a lot better like Robbie Ray and some of the other guys, but they're strikeout guys that do not live in the zone. They make you chase, and they live off of like softer contact. Colton Gordon is a lefty that lives in the zone and gives up a shit ton of fly balls. So when I look at the lineup that the Guards have, not only is it going to be a bitch to get through Stephen Kwan and J-Ram and maybe like whoever else they decide to put up there at the top of the lineup, like an Angel Martinez or somebody, but it's going to be a bitch getting through some of the bottom of the lineup because those are like the heavy fly ball guys, like David Fry, like I don't know, some of even the lefties there, like God forbid they let Austin Hedges hit today. Like there's going to be something weird towards the bottom of that lineup outside of Fry, because I think he's going to be the top half, but we'll talk about him. So I don't think it's the best matchup for him. And we saw that even like in his Rocky start, like Colton Gordon had, where he allowed a shit ton of fly balls, and obviously it was a different park environment situation, but I think the Guardians can do the same thing to him today. And God forbid, like you talk about the situation the teams are in, not just coming off of a sweep of the Dodgers, but they shelled everything out to get that sweep of the Dodgers. The bullpen was decimated in a lot of those starts, especially like the last couple of days. They've used it all because they've done it all. Not in the, 18-1 final score game that they absolutely destroyed them in, and obviously it didn't hurt then, but it's hurt the last couple of days. And guess who's rested and ready to go? The back end of the Guards. The whole loadout for them.
Wow.
So as long as they can score some runs, which is a big if, of course, but I think they do, the pitching's going to hold on to him. Bobby's going to do well. The bullpen's ready to go. Colton Gordon, not a good pitcher.
So let me ask you this. What happens when we're up 1 and we see Clase come out of the bullpen?
He's getting
playing devil's advocate here.
He's getting a save.
That sucks. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, if there's one time to back Class A, it's probably after costing his team a win last night with that wild pitch. I'm trying to put my biases to the side here. Trying to look at things in a good light.
I mean, they could also switch it out and go.
I mean, they had before the season. Yeah, they've had him go out as a setup man. Yep.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they could use really whatever they want. Maybe they bring in Gaddis, depending on – it all depends on, like, how long Bybee goes. It'll probably be, like, they'll be more willing to stick to traditional, like, setup with the load out of the bullpen, depending on how long he goes. But if he really gives them some depth, they can do whatever they want.
Okay. Colton Gordon is bad. If there's a time we can fucking get to this dude and break a streak, maybe it's tonight. He's bad. He's fadeable. Now, let's hope that fucking Bybee can go out there and do job. Because that's always a big if. He is sketchy as shit. But the numbers don't lie. They're down from plus 150 to plus 115. Who the fuck is betting on them right now against the hottest team in baseball? Does it worry me a hair that it's the Astros? Everybody hates their guts and they just keep winning.
Not anymore. Not anymore, Krabs. The slurp after this weekend is massive.
Well, I think people just hate them because they're cheaters.
Well, yeah, of course. That's always going to be there. But I think,
I
guess,
right?
Maybe it's not that they like them, but they're really starting to respect them. That's more my point.
Sure. Okay. I did hear on MLB Network last night, one of the guys on there said, are we going to start talking about the Astros being the best team in baseball? I heard
100%. I've seen that so many places.
I heard
it's just something you got to do.
You remember what I said preseason?
Sneakily 20 games over 500. What was Goots' hot take preseason?
I said they were going to win the World Series.
Wow.
Yeah,
did you
it's
bet
looking that a hell of a lot better now.
Yeah.
After this, month? 2 months?
Their pitching's only going to get more healthy.
Yeah.
They got Spaghetti coming back, Christian Javier towards the end of the season, Luis Garcia.
Yep.
They're inevitable. I don't like them too. They're cheaters, but they're inevitable. They're a great organization.
Yeah. Well, the Nats should hire their pitching coach to be the new head coach because he's a fucking genius and deserves a raise. Seriously. Whoever's in charge of, I know we talk about it all the time, teams are fucking grindy and they got great, pitcher development programs. The Dodgers for years have had a great pitcher development program. The Rays years ago had the best pitching lab. Gets thrown around a lot and they're still known for stuff like that. But man, what the Astros are doing this season. Look at the step Hunter Brown's taken. And again, I hope all this has just ended up, jinxes the Astros tonight. It can only help. Right, Jovan? But it needs to be studied. What they are able to do with these arms. They don't have Max Scherzers. They don't have, the biggest of name guys. They got a couple, names that people who follow baseball might know, the Frambers of the world, but they're doing a lot with a little. Overall, in my opinion, it's impressive. They deserve credit and respect for that. Now, with that being said, let's hope that jinxes them right now for this game tonight, and seeing the Astros only minus 135 against the coldest team in baseball and Tanner Bybee's 4 ERA is certainly a great sign for fading the Stros tonight. I'm willing to put my biases to the sides. I can see how confident you are about this play. I'm in. But I had to play devil's advocate and get the bitching out of the way because I get PTSD for fading streaks.
Of course.
I do. It scares me.
As it should.
Astros are a well-oiled machine. Yeah, they are, Kaprizov. They are. They're run very well. They are run very well. Okay. Let's keep moving and grooving, Jovan, because we got to get to some prize pick squares. Knock, knock. Who's there? Dick Fitz.
Dick Fitz. Dick Fitz has
every start.
Permanent residence on the Sharp Report, whether fading them, backing them, taking earn runs, fantasy score, hits allowed. Every start, he's up here somewhere.
Dick fucking. We just simply cannot resist. Was with my buddies this weekend. We had the Yankees and Mets game on. And Dick Lovelady was getting some burn for the Mets. And my buddy goes, no shot this guy's name is Dick Lovelady. I go, hold my beer. I got a crazier name that you're not even going to be able to wrap your brain around. How about Dick Fitz on the Red Sox? They couldn't believe it. I had to Google a picture of him. Yep, he's real. Incredible. I mean, come on. His parents. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Naming him Richard.
They got to lock in.
The
That's
one
just
name
bad.
you can't fucking name your kid if your last name's Fitz is Richards. God, they think they're fucking comedians. I feel bad for that kid growing up. I mean, now it's hilarious. Come on, man.
Bad.
It worked out. Dick Fitz. We take him every fucking game, whether we're fading him, whether we're taking him. He's been on the Sharp Report a lot. Some guy at the Jersey Shore had a VT Speedo on, not kidding. He's probably a Pike kid.
Okay.
He's probably a Pike kid. Not my guy.
That might
ain't
be
my
your guy.
That ain't my guy. Nope. Not claim him. Could be a hokey booster. Well, unfortunately, we don't have many of those goods because our team sucks ass. Ass. Although I am so back in on the Hokies basketball team, but we don't have time for that today. Just need to get that on record. So back. So back. We got a first round pick on the team this year. We do. Nia. Remember the name. I'm already going to start fucking gassing him up.
I know. I've seen him getting some buzz on Twitter. Can't stand
he
it.
He hit a buzzer beater the other day, too, in his Euro League, playing against grown-ups. Kid's 18. He's a fucking beast. Same tattoo Luca has on his arm in the same spot. Dude thinks he's him. He fucking better be.
I'm going to start.
He better be. All right, Goots, reel me in here. Dick Fitz. Dick Fitz. I'm keeping this one simple. I think the Red Sox win. I think they win by a lot. I think they stay hot. This is a streak that I want to back right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. They just swept my Nats. They got their confidence. You want some mojo? You want some confidence? You take a trip down to D.C. That's all I got to do because we play like fucking dog shit at home. I mean, they stuffed us in a fucking locker. The Sox got their swagger back. They got their mojo back. You can make an argument they're playing their best ball of the season right now. Cora's doing a good job coaching this team. They've dealt with a lot of adversity this season. They have. But I think Dick Fitz goes out there and shoves. Not a hot take. Facing the fucking Rockies tonight, Jovan. Could be just what the doctor ordered for Dick Fitz in that 4.5 ERA. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he gets his first win of his MLB career tonight as well. Dick Fitz, congratulations. Maybe lock that in at plus money on the books. He's 0-3 so far this season. I think Dick Fitz goes out there and gets a win. Go take a peep at some of his squares on Prize Picks tonight, Jovan. It doesn't look like he's fucking Jacob deGrom, but it certainly looks like he's going to have one of his better starts of the season. And let me go ahead and mention some of these squares. He's got that 15.5 pitching out square, looking pretty fucking sharp. He's got the fantasy score that I want to just take because it encapsulates everything. I've talked about this before. Whenever I see a guy up there and I like all of his squares, I'll just take his more than fantasy score. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I like his more than strikeouts against a quail shit team that strikes out a lot, the Rockies. I like his more than pitching outs, which is debatably the nastiest one up there, but I pivoted and went fantasy score because I think he gets a win. His first win of his fucking MLB career, Dick Fitz. He goes out there and shoves tonight. I think the Red Sox win. I almost took a -1 if they were on the road, I probably would have, but I cannot lock in a -1 for a home team on the diamond. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. But I like the Red Sox team total. I like Dick Fitz to go out there and get a win. And I like his more than fantasy score, probably the best out of anything in this game. Lock it in. You're getting not a complete game. Sorry, you're getting a quality start. And his first ever win, Dick Fitz.
That would be
tonight.
goated.
Dick Fitz tonight.
Goated.
Yep.
Well, to back up your the pitching out square, Sox used 5 arms yesterday. Weiser, Whitlock, Wilson, Hicks, and Chapman all pitched.
Yeah, all their guys.
Maybe seems like every time Fitz pitches, they don't really need him to go long. It's like now that they kind of need him, they might push him a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of gives me Jake Irvin vibes. When we took him on Thursday, and they did leave Jake Irvin in that game at 105 pitches. God, I haven't seen that in a while. They needed to. Their bullpen was taxed. Dick Fitz.
Dick Fitz.
Seems like an opportunity to go out there and get a couple more strikeouts, maybe get a quality start. And the entire day's ruined. Jovan Sanchez is off the board. Why don't you talk about your squares while I get really angry and look at the board? Go ahead.
I just want to mention real quick, there is search stream today. Shout out Trent.
Wow.
Let's fucking go, Trent.
No shots.
Let's fucking go, Trent.
Super rare.
Sure we can. I'll be on there giving a play.
Let's go. Huge.
Jovan, will you be on there giving a play?
I guess I can be, yeah. Why not?
Feel free. You got a rebound after last month.
Yeah, there you go.
Trent showing heart.
First, though, let's hold the fry one more time. One more time.
Okay.
Hold the fry one more time. Last time went pretty well, and that was against a better pitcher. And I think even a worse matchup, I love the matchup, but I think it's even better with Colton Gordon than it was with Shota. He took Shota to the shed, and I think he had another hit too. But now you get a guy that is just as fly ball heavy, I guess even a little more so fly ball heavy, and he doesn't quite have the swing and miss stuff, which is David Fry's whole problem. And it has been since they brought him back up. Quite literally since that home run, he's been significantly better in that area. But now you get a guy who I don't think is going to blow much past him, and you're getting a lefty that he's in there to crush. If you look at the Guardians on Prize Picks today, it was a little tough to choose because you can go with a bunch of different guys, but very conveniently, the coldest team in the MLB, who's lost 10 in a row, has 1 million half TB squares up for what normal people, I guess, would look at as NPCs, because a lot of guys outside of like David Fry that you wouldn't really know. It's like him, Jonathan Rodriguez, like Hedges has a 0.5 HR, Bo Naylor, who might not play because he's with Hedges, but like he's up there too. Like there's like 6 guys. Rocchio's up there that are up for half TBs. So when it lines up with everything in the game, and in this case, like a lot that I want to take is, again, sure, it's going to be a bitch getting through Quan and J-Ram. They're always the headliners, and they always make everything difficult. If you like the Guardians, realistically, you got to take somebody else because somebody else is going to do it. They're not going to carry the weight in this game. I think it might be Fry again. So lefty, fly ball heavy, not great strikeout stuff. That's Fry formula. So we're holding it one more time. And then same as the Red Sox game, I wanted to take Carlos Narvaez for similar reasons. He's in there to kill lefties. Gomber's another guy who kind of lives in the zone, not as much as Gordon, but he also doesn't have great strikeout stuff. And he, when he does throw his off speed, it gets absolutely mucked. I don't know why he still throws his curveball, but he throws that as his primary pitch to lefties, and he's thrown. Guys are hitting above 500 off of it, so that's a choice by him. His best pitch by far is the slider, which Narvaez has been crushing against left-handed pitching. If he hasn't been crushing everything off of left-handed pitching, period, but he's great at pulling off speed in the air. He's great at shooting fastballs the opposite way. Don't know if you'll have to shoot it the opposite way because Gomber sits like 90 these days on his fastball, but you give him some off speed that's hung, that is going to the monster. That's going over it. So I had to take him up there. I don't think I've seen the square up once either, too, which is interesting that it's even up. Obviously, you're playing the Rockies in Fenway, so there's going to be some weirder squares, weirder tacks, but this is the one I wanted to go with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find a replacement for the Sanchez walk square, but Jovan, I mean, those are 2 good-looking squares right there. David Fry, let's hold it one more time, and obviously Narvaez in a game where I'm certainly seeing some Red Sox runs, more than 1.5 TBs. You don't see that square up there every day.
No. Don't know if I've ever seen it, but get involved with it today. You want to know a square? Just take Riley Green because he owns the race. He owns everybody because he's got like 75 RBIs at this point, but even when the Rays absolutely owned the Tigers in Tampa, he was mucking their chow every game. It was unbelievable. And he always comes up with multiple guys in scoring position. Always mucks. It's the most insane shit I've ever seen. Well,
he's got a 1.5 hits, runs, RBI square. That could be it. Chat, I'm not going to rush it. Stay posted. If I find a replacement, I will. We'll put it on the graphic. We'll talk about it after the show. I don't want to force it. Okay. All right. He literally already hit his goat whale RBI square. Wow.
I don't think he did. I don't know if he did yet, but he's close.
He's close. Okay. Jovan, we do have a surge stream today. I did not think we were going to have one. That's why I was kind of milking it. But let's go ahead and pick up the pace out of respect. I'm hyped. We got a surge stream starting up after this. Why don't we get to the squad rides? Are you ready to craft up a winner for tonight?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Gootsy, do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. WBTL back. Hope you guys had a great weekend, like I said before. And if you missed any of BTL today, feel free to go back and watch on the YouTube. You can rewind, you can pause, you could drop a like on there or a comment because that shit helps more than you guys know. You can always go back and rewatch on the YouTube. Okay, and stick around after BTL today. Trent's going to run the surge stream. Let's fucking go. All right, Jovan. Are we putting the Guardians in here or what, man?
I feel like we have to.
Okay. Guardians ML. I trust. Let's put them in. put them in.
What about?
I also really like the Diamondbacks Padres over.
Okay.
That feels like a winner to me. And if there's a battle that I'd want to pick, I'd rather take the Reds' first fivers than the team total.
I'll give you that battle easily. You've earned that battle in the first fives.
Are we putting the Tigers in here against Baz with those weird Baz squares or what?
If you think it's a winner, I'm in. I don't care who it's against.
Okay. I do. I'd say that's my favorite play. And then Reds first fivers. And we'll leave the D-backs off to the side. We have that over, which after hearing your sell job, I think I'd rather ride with. Okay. 4 plays, 4 winners. Plenty to choose from today, chat. You got 2 minutes to lock in your vote. 4 plays, 4 winners. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Hurry up. We got to end the stream here soon. We got the surge stream starting up right after this, okay? 4 plays, 4 winners. Guardians on the money line. Diamondbacks, Padres over 8. We've got the Reds first 5 money line and the Tigers money line.
Could so go to Cincy.
4 plays, 4 winners. Okay.
Intermediate team.
4 plays, 4 winners, chat. Get involved, please. If you're watching on YouTube, make your way to the Twitch so you can lock in your vote in the Squad Ride poll. We need all the votes we can get. Okay? Get involved. This is the closest poll I've seen since now. Usually it's just 1 vote or 1 play. It's just absolutely running away with it. Right now it is that over in the D-backs Padres, but we got the Reds first 5 with some life. Tigers ML getting some votes as well. You might get all 4 plays with double-digit votes. You don't see that every so often. Usually there's
rare.
one that gets no votes. Okay.
Super rare.
Nobody wants to take the Guardians, Jovan. What does that make you feel?
I'm kind of surprised. I thought that just because of the situation was going to be like the runaway winner. Maybe that's the sign you needed, Krabs.
Yeah, honestly, we know how that goes, but I'm impressed by the discipline, I guess I'll say, of the chat. Maybe they don't want to fade streaks either. I don't know.
Just fair.
I don't know. I trust them. They've been picking right overall for the last 2 months. We'll see how it plays out.
Certainly did not expect the D-backs Padres to be probably a likely winner here. I'm surprised at that.
I'm cool with it, though. I'm cool with it. Runs and fun in the D-backs and the Padres tonight. You don't see totals opening up at 8.5 very often in that ballpark. Maybe we get some runs after a Gallon legacy starts. We're going to need them, Jovan. Over 8 at Petco tonight. All right, chat. We'll see you guys in Petco Park. Big game tonight. Please, as always, tail responsibly. Drop a like on our X posts on the BTL page, please. You guys know where to find all of the plays on the Bookit BTL X account. All right, stick around for the surge stream. Trent. I'll catch you on there in a moment.